Good afternoon, Mets fans, and welcome to a day before opening day edition of Driving with Mr. Met. It is Wednesday, the 27th of March. I am Mr. Met, and that's right, tomorrow's opening day, and I wanted to get a video recorded because not only that, but in just a few short minutes, Jacob deGrom will be in his press conference where the media and Brodie Van Wagenen and Jeff Wilpon and deGrom himself will talk about the extension that he just signed with the Mets. I want to talk a little bit about that today, and I also want to talk about the Major League roster, some surprises that are on the roster at the start of the season, and I want to do that in the next couple of minutes. Not like 3 minutes ago, I got a text from my friend Mike with a graphic talking about the top 5 highest paid players in New York, and Jacob deGrom is at the top of that list right now. That's awesome for Jake. I can't possibly be happier. By the way, the other two are Mets, Yoenis Cespedes and Robinson Cano. And this is, of course, not total contract. It's, I think, annual dollars to the player. But regardless, I'm so happy for Jacob deGrom getting the extension. Last week I retweeted something after Mike Trout signed his extension, and it was from I can't remember who it was from. Damn it, I should have looked it up before I started recording this. Doesn't matter. It was from a baseball player, and the tweet basically said Mike Trout signed his extension, and there's talk about, no one knows who he is, and maybe if he pimped every home run and got tattoos and ran around with his shirt off and did other pimped out his hair or whatever, maybe he'd get more recognition. And the best line of the quote was something like, maybe if we stopped glorifying assholes, this sort of stuff wouldn't happen. And it was so spot on, and I really do feel that way about Jacob deGrom too. When you look at the way deGrom carries himself on the field and off the field, his walk-up music, his coming out to the mound, coming up to the plate music, is Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. And hot damn, is that a perfect song for Jacob deGrom. I mean, he is a simple man in that he goes out, he does his job, he doesn't stir up drama, he doesn't stir shit, he doesn't stir the pot, he's a great teammate, and oh, by the way, he's also, if not the best, one of the best pitchers in baseball. And now he's also a rich man. He's going to be with the Mets until 2024, barring an opt-out, which he's allowed after the 2022 season. But just optically, this looks terrific across the league. It sends a message to the Mets clubhouse that they are serious about retaining the talents of players that are this level and this good, that they're willing to spend the money to keep them here in Queens. So I think this is a great day for New York. It's a great day for the Mets, and it's a great day for Jacob deGrom. I tip the cap to you, Mr. deGrom. You are absolutely a delight to watch, and I'm so glad that we'll be able to watch you for the next at least 3 years, but hopefully even more beyond 2022. Really quickly, I want to delve into the Major League roster and the opening day roster. I listen to a lot of different podcasts. I read a lot of different articles. I read a lot of different things on Twitter, and there was an overwhelming sense of negativity about the veteran signings and the veteran players that were on this Mets team heading into this season. I'm talking about guys like Adeiny Hechavarria. I'm talking about guys like Rajai Davis and Gregor Blanco. There are others too. But the bottom line here is that some of the things and some of the conjecture I was reading was like, well, same old Mets. They're going to hold down young kids because they have these guys, and we're going to hear Mickey Callaway saying, oh, we got to get Hechavarria's bat going. That annoyed me a lot to read that, because it assumes same old, and this is a new regime now. And if this opening day roster doesn't indicate that, I don't know what does. Hechavarria, AAA. Rajai Davis, AAA. Gregor Blanco, AAA. Devin Mesoraco retiring because he doesn't want to go to AAA. These guys are going down, and we're seeing guys like Tim Peterson and Pete Alonso and Tomas Nido and Dom Smith and Luis Guillorme, guys that are young guys that are going to make up this Mets bench on opening day. It's a wonderful sign, and it shows that this is a different culture, a different team. It is run by a different group of people with a different mindset than the previous regime. And I'm not faulting Sandy Alderson and his team. I was always a big fan of Sandy Alderson. I think he did an admirable job with the Mets and with the franchise. But Brodie Van Wagenen has a different mindset. He's brought in different people. He's got different voices in the front office. And I think this is proving a little bit that it isn't just that the Wilpons were these awful owners that were doing these things to suppress young talent, which I don't know why anyone would think that, but it was Sandy Alderson. He had an affinity for veteran players. That's it. He liked to have veterans on the roster. Brodie Van Wagenen said from the beginning, I'm going to bring the best 25 guys north. And he's doing that. So I don't have a grasp on the 40-man roster, and I wish I did. And I guess to do that, we have to all go on to Twitter and follow our friend CPA and see his whiteboard with the color codes to show who's on the 40-man and who's not, who's going to be on the injured list. Speaking of the injured list, is going to be Darno, Todd Frazier, Jed Lowry, and of course Yoenis Cespedes. Those are guys that are on the 40-man that will start on the injured list. So that's going to make room for guys like Nido, I mentioned before, and Dom Smith. Luis Avilan is going to make the team out of camp, which I think we all expected. So the bottom line with all of this is that the Mets are doing stuff differently now, and tomorrow the season starts, and this will be a chance to see if the team performs differently. Like I said the other day, I'm expecting this to be a fun season. I'm expecting this to be a different team that isn't so dependent on the long ball to score runs. I'm so looking forward to watching Robinson Cano every day. I just get nothing but good feelings about him in the batter's box and just what a professional he is. So I'm looking forward to that happening, but I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not the mindset that this new regime has is going to translate on the field, or if it's just going to be more words that don't mean a thing when it comes time to play the game. It's worth mentioning also, I didn't mention this, Kyle Dowdy was claimed by the Rangers off of waivers, which means the Mets must have put him on waivers. So Dowdy's not going to be a Met. He's going to have to be a Ranger for the season, or else he's got to go back to Cleveland, or at least be offered back to Cleveland. So baseball starts tomorrow, baby. Opening day, 1:05. I have the day off. I took the day off tomorrow to watch the Mets. I can't wait. Can't be any more excited than I am right now. That's not true. I'll be more excited tomorrow morning, but I won't be recording a video then. So I will be back on Friday morning to talk about today's game, which on Friday morning will be yesterday's game. And I'll be talking about what a fantastic outing Jacob deGrom had, and that Pete Alonso hit his first Major League home run off Max Scherzer. Doesn't that sound nice? That sounds nice. Until then, good things, fingers crossed. It's a new start, it's a clean slate. Let's go Mets. Talk to you guys on Friday.